It's just me against the world. Me against the world, baby. I got nothing to lose. It's just me against the world.
Men have been known to be digging their own graves by themselves. But the thing is, most times we don't know how we do it, and even why we do it. Sometimes we think other men or other people are the one digging our graves, but we are the one doing it by ourselves. It's something I want to talk about in this video. One of the ways men dig their graves, or if you put it, emasculate themselves, or put themselves in harm's way or in great danger for no reason. I mean, not just no reason, for no, as in something that is very, very stupid, and we do it anyway. And that is promises. I remember, that was when I was still dating. There's this girl, she was very beautiful, and she was a friend at that time, but at a point I started picking interest, as in beyond friendship. I was since I probably would ask her out. So I don't know, we were conversing, and one day she asked me to do a favor for her. So I told her I'll do it. But then she said I have to promise her. And I was like, I've given you my word that I'll do it. You just have to take my word for it. And she kept on insisting that I should promise that I will do it. It really, really turned me off. Not just turning me off, it pissed me off. As in, why do I have to promise you that I will do something? Most especially, it was even a favor. It's not as if I'm owing you anything. You are asking me for a favor, and I must promise that I must do it for you. Even when I've told you that I'll do it. So it means if you don't trust, that means not just trust. That you are entitled for me going extra mile or doing what doesn't please me just to please you. So it means even though I've said I'll do it, and if there's circumstances that will prevent me from doing it, I must have to. No matter what, even if the circumstances kills me, I'll have to do it for you. So he ended up, in fact, after that, I think I even stopped talking to her, calling her and all that. I stopped bothering myself with that. So it's one of the things men do. I don't know why. We just think that we have to. For example, throughout my life in this physical body, I've never met where a man is demanding a promise from a woman. I've never. Maybe it happens, but not in my presence. But then, when there is a woman and a man is involved, romantically or whatever you want to call it, the woman is entitled to demand promise from the man. Everything the man has to promise. And some of these things are the things that, because sometimes when you promise somebody, some of those things you really don't feel good doing them. You don't feel good doing those things, but then because she's a woman and you promise, you go that extra mile, you even do certain things that could put you in danger, or that could even end this your physical life, or could send somebody. I mean, some are now in the prison rotting because they were trying to fulfill some promises they made to some women. Not just women, even fellow men. As in, when I'm talking about fellow men, I'm talking about the society now. Look at politicians. If they want to vie for election, the first thing they will do is they start promising heaven and earth. That, they will do this, I promise I'll do this, I'll do that. Why do you have to do all those promises? Why do you have to promise? Just say you will do this. If they don't want to take your word for it, well, fine. People think that, it's not possible, you can't win an election if you do not make any promises. Well, That has been proven wrong. I know somebody who has been a president of Nigeria. He didn't make any promises when he was vying for that election, but he won eventually. He eventually won the election, but he didn't make any promise. Because what you are doing is you are killing yourself emotionally by promising somebody you will do something. Because as far as I'm concerned, that's another way of emasculation. You are also training that person. Even if it's a woman you love, what you are doing is you are training that woman to rely on you for her happiness. So she can't be happy unless you are there. She can't be happy unless you do this or do that for her. You don't see. The thing is, I don't know who introduced that into this. What I call it, human race. That your existence started in this physical body. That you owe the society. I really don't get that. We all came here to live our individual lives. We are not here to rely on anybody for your happiness. But somehow society taught women that a man is there for you to make you happy. So if he's not making you happy, walk away. His responsibility, his duty, is the whole reason, the whole purpose of his existence is to make you happy. And because of that, they feel entitled and demand it every minute of their life. Once they are in any man's house or in any man's life, or if they are having any relationship with any man. Even when they are not, there's no relationship. Just because they know you, everything you must promise. They feel entitled that you must give them this. And it has become a belief that even men do it when they want to seek for a position somewhere. They start promising heaven and earth, I'll do this, I'll do that. But one thing you fail to realize is you only know this moment. You don't know tomorrow. You don't even know the next moment, what will happen the next moment. You don't even know if you'll breathe the next moment. So yeah, things may be very clear right now that yeah, with the way things look, I can be able to do this for this person. But what makes you think you can be able to do it? What makes it to that circumstances you are thinking that this straight road you are looking at will continue to be a straight road the next minute, the next day, the next year, or the next 2 years? So when things start changing, that it may be very difficult for you to fulfill that promise, then what happens? Because you want to still please the person, you don't want the person to feel you are not man enough. Well, you now start going extra mile, even doing something that will harm another human being just to please somebody else. Even sometimes I know a situation where men will probably want to save some money to buy something they are very passionate about or something. Then a woman comes in and tells you, oh, I want to promise me you buy this for me, promise me you do this for me. And because of that, the man will have to sacrifice, deprive himself his own happiness. The things that he has plans to do with those money. He will first of all satisfy the woman because he has already promised her that. I mean, men, I always say in my video, we are that stupid. Yes, we are that stupid. What makes you think? For sometimes I keep wondering, why do feminism always say men and women are equal? Yeah, you've been given that equality, yet you see hang on to men that men are the one that's supposed to make you happy. If you are equal, if you are really that equal, why do we need me to make you happy? Even if you are in a relationship, you're supposed to seek your own happiness elsewhere. To find what makes you happy. I'm not there to make you happy. We're only there to co-create. So my responsibility is not your happiness. Or your happiness is not my responsibility. Look at Herod. We might be thinking that there's no harm in making promises. Look at Herod and John the Baptist. She promised because the daughter did a very marvelous dance, and the man was so impressed. Of course, he was drunk. So because of that vulnerability, he now promised the child, the daughter, that he will give her whatever she asked, even if it's the entire kingdom or half of the kingdom. Of course, it was her child. Well, you always feel, proud of the child and want to do a lot of things for her because of what she did, how good she was with her dance and all that. But he never knew that he would go to that point where the lady, the daughter, would demand blood. Of course, if he knew that, he wouldn't have made that promise. But that's the thing. People don't know. I always say that every man is selfish. If you up to now think that no man is selfish, it's only the selfish ones are the ones that do bad things and all that, then you are kidding yourself. Always know that at the back of your mind, if you are meeting any human being, even you yourself, you are very selfish. So it will guide you on how you relate to another human being. It doesn't matter whether your child, your son, your brother, your friend, even people you don't even know. So he didn't know that the daughter would go that extent. Of course, guess what? Instead of the daughter to say, okay, what do I really want? He went to her mother, who is after revenge. See, women, normally if you ask a man will say, oh, give me your kingdom. He may not really request for your kingdom because, men, we do kind of have a respect for our fathers, even though normally when you become a teenager, things may not always agree with your dad and all that. But then you still respect him. So I don't think there's any man that will say, give me everything you own or everything you have. But if your father asks you that kind of thing, what do you really want? I will give you. The first thing a man will think of is prosperity. This is an opportunity now to become wealthy. So somehow he wants his father to fix him up. Think of a modern man now. Think of if you as a modern man and somebody asks you that kind of question or give you that kind of offer. What do you think you will ask? Somebody said, a blood. So guess what? Herod didn't like that because he actually respects John the Baptist, even though he put John the Baptist in prison, but he respects him. And he knew John the Baptist was actually speaking against him or saying things that are contrary to the things he was doing. But he liked the man and didn't want anything to touch his head. And even probably it was even the wife that made him to put John in the prison in the first place. But he didn't want to touch him. But now, the wife now saw an opportunity. And because he had made that promise, he knew the king wouldn't want to break the promise. He made publicly. He now asked the daughter to go and demand for the head of an innocent man. Sometimes I wonder, women, do they really matter? Your own daughter, your own flesh and blood. You also have to put blood on her own hand. You don't even care. Because asking her to do that kind of thing means you also gotten her involved. So it's really something I really don't know. So he did it, but it was very, very sad. Yeah, Herod eventually gave into that of, when the daughter asked her, I said he wants John the Baptist said. But of course, if it's because he thought the promise was binding. As far as I concerned, that bullshit. You see, if you make any promise right now, if you have a promise you made to somebody and you are not feeling comfortable about that promise, call it bullshit. Walk away. You don't owe anybody anything. You are here for yourself. If that person cannot do anything to make himself happy, that's his or her own problem. Same way I'm talking to politicians now. You don't owe anybody anything. If you want to vie for an election, just say you will do your best, period. Even when you are there, that some of the things you promise may be very, very difficult for you to do or could do some harm to the economy. don't do it. Yeah, let them say anything they want to say. You lied to us. Let it be that way. But guess what? You have your sanity. Nobody will emasculate you, because if you want somebody using promises to on you, what it means is you don't have a boss. You don't own yourself. Because once you made a promise, you always be thinking of how do you fulfill, how do you please this person, how do you fulfill that promise. Even if fulfilling the promise will be that easy, notwithstanding, it still have to eat you up. So guys, I don't know. The thing is, I'm not telling anybody what to do. If you like, keep asking women what they want you to what they want you to do for them. Keep asking them to demand for promise, because these days men do that. They feel it proves their manhood, or it proves their men, when women demand promises from them and they fulfill them. Yeah, what it does is it train you to seek for validation for women. You are a pussy when you do that, because it means you have no boss of it. You can't even define yourself. It's another person that has to define you as a man. So I wonder how it works for you. If it works for you, fine, go ahead and do it. I'm not going to tell you don't honor promises, don't fulfill your promises, don't do anything for a man. But my point is, even if when somebody asks you for a favor, if it doesn't feel good to you, tell the person, I can't do it, or I'll think about it. But never ever make any promise to anybody. I don't do it. I probably did it in the past. That was then. I don't do it anymore. If you don't like it, well, that's your problem, not mine. So just wanted to ship this thing out. Like I said, my video is all about inspiring other men. To inspire men to go and to think of some of the beliefs they have. Because all these things are belief system. You are acting out of belief, because you have this belief that, oh, you are supposed to be a sacrificial lamb to women, to the society. You are as a man, you are an utility. You don't really have in fact, you don't even have your own life. Other people have your life. So they get to decide what happens to you. So these are the things I talk about in this video. It's eventually, as a man, you have to make your own choice how you want to live it. It doesn't matter. I'm not here to create followership or tell you do it the way I do. No, I'm here to tell you to inspire you to make your own choice. Even if you still want to do, to keep doing what you are doing, or to still hold on to your own beliefs. There's nothing wrong in it, because there is no right or wrong. But at least you have to decide, okay, this is what I want. After looking at all the options available, I still choose this. Because most times, because we are acting on beliefs and programs, we really don't know that we are actually harming ourselves. So because sometimes it's from other people's experiences, or when they share their stories, that you can relate to what you are going through and you make a better choice. So, well, I hope this helps you guys, and I'll keep making more videos when I have so many thoughts, ideas, and some of the experiences I've had that I would like to be sharing to people, to inspire them to do what is best for themselves. I'll talk to you guys soon.